What if I told you the famous Blue Lagoon isn't a natural wonder at all, but the accidental byproduct of one of the cleanest power plants on Earth? Picture this. You're floating in milky blue water, steam rising around you while snow-dusted lava fields stretch to the horizon. The water feels silky, almost otherworldly. For decades, visitors have flocked to Iceland's Blue Lagoon, believing they're experiencing an ancient natural spring. But the truth is far more fascinating. This iconic blue water wasn't discovered, it was created. And the story begins not with tourists, but with engineers trying to solve a very different problem entirely. Back in 1976. Iceland was pioneering a new form of clean energy: geothermal power. The Svartsengi power plant began drilling deep into volcanic bedrock, tapping into superheated water reservoirs beneath the Earth's surface. This water, at temperatures exceeding 240 degrees C, was flashed into steam to spin turbines and generate electricity. But after passing through the turbines, the engineers were left with a curious byproduct: mineral-rich water that was still scalding hot. They needed to cool it down before releasing it back into the environment, so they created runoff channels across the adjacent lava field for weeks. The water flowed across the black volcanic rock without anyone paying much attention. Then something strange happened. The water began pooling in low-lying areas, and where it collected, it turned a striking, opaque blue. Locals noticed the unusual color and started cautiously testing the waters. Those who ventured in discovered something remarkable. Their skin conditions, particularly psoriasis, seemed to improve after bathing in these accidental pools. Word spread quietly through Reykjavik, and soon people were making special trips to soak in what they called the Blue Lagoon. But why did the water turn blue? And why did it have these apparent healing properties? The answers lie in a unique chemical reaction that occurs nowhere else on Earth. The geothermal water that feeds the Blue Lagoon isn't ordinary groundwater. It's what geologists call geothermal seawater. It originates from seawater that has seeped nearly 2,000 meters deep into the Earth's crust, where it becomes superheated and enriched with minerals from volcanic bedrock. When this mineral soup reaches the surface and cools, three key ingredients create the lagoon's signature characteristics. First, silica. The water contains such high concentrations of dissolved silica that when it cools in the open air, the silica precipitates out, forming microscopic white particles that scatter sunlight. This is why the water appears milky blue, the same physics that makes the sky appear blue, but in reverse. These silica particles are so fine that they feel silky against the skin, and they gradually form the famous white silica mud that bathers apply as natural mask. Second, algae. A unique species of blue-green algae evolved to thrive in this extreme environment. Unlike most algae that photosynthesize using green chlorophyll, this particular algae developed blue pigments to absorb the specific light wavelengths that penetrate the milky water. The combination of white silica particles and blue algae creates that unforgettable azure hue that changes with the weather and light conditions. Third, minerals including sulfur, calcium, and magnesium. It's this mineral cocktail that gives the water its therapeutic qualities. The silica mud acts as a gentle exfoliant, while the minerals create an environment that's particularly beneficial for skin conditions. Research would later confirm what early bathers discovered: the combination of silica, minerals, and the lagoon's unique microbiome creates measurable improvements in psoriasis and other chronic skin conditions. What began as an industrial runoff problem became Iceland's most visited tourist attraction through a series of happy accidents and local curiosity. The first proper changing facilities were built in 1987, little more than a shack with a few lockers. As popularity grew, so did the infrastructure, evolving from basic facilities to the sophisticated spa we know today, all while maintaining the lagoon's essential character, the most remarkable part. The Blue Lagoon continues to be supplied by the same geothermal plant, making it one of the world's largest examples of industrial symbiosis. The power plant generates electricity and hot water for nearby communities, while its byproduct creates a unique ecosystem and economic opportunity. It's a perfect circle of sustainability, clean energy production giving birth to natural wellness, all powered by the Earth's internal heat today. The Blue Lagoon represents something much larger than a tourist attraction. It stands as a testament to how human ingenuity and natural processes can create unexpected beauty. Where others might have seen industrial waste, Icelanders saw potential. They recognized that sometimes the most magical places aren't ancient natural wonders, but emerge from the intersection of technology, nature, and human curiosity. The water you float in today is the same water that once powered homes and businesses, now transformed into a place of healing and wonder. It reminds us that innovation doesn't always mean conquering nature. Sometimes it means working with natural processes to create something neither purely natural nor entirely man-made, but beautifully both. Have you ever visited a place that turned out to be completely different from what you expected? Share your surprising travel discoveries in the comments below. We might feature your story in an upcoming exploration.